Let's see what happens for this. It says that I'm streaming. I'm already streaming on Facebook. Does not appear that I'm streaming on, it says sending data for Twitch. So we will see how many people we get. Hello, everybody. Jasmine Sanful and that Tarot Goddess here. We are live doing a very special edition of our monthly new moon circles. I hold these circles actually within some of the containers that I have, specifically the Tarology Academy. And I am broadcasting today from my room as opposed to my little space downstairs, mainly because my father-in-law has band practice tonight. He's a keyboard player, piano player in a band that is his band. And it's their busy season, so they have practice every week. And for some strange unknown reason, for the past, I'm gonna say like 2 or 3 months, their band practice has aligned with when I need to do circles. So it's like been really crazy. So we're not going to get officially started until about 7:30. So we have about 5 more minutes. Let people come on, comment, say they're here, where they're coming from, all that good stuff. Right now we are streaming live to Facebook, to Twitch. Hi, everybody out there in Twitch land. I know you guys probably are not familiar with me yet because I have not built up my platform there, and also to YouTube. So those are 3 places that we're at right now. If I had the ability to go live on TikTok, I would have my phone up and I'd be going live on TikTok as well. But I have not hit that threshold of 1,000 followers yet. So if you guys are interested in learning more about tarot, about my method, which is called the Tarology, you can follow me on TikTok. My handle there is @thattarotgoddess. I'm actually @thattarotgoddess pretty much everywhere now, including Instagram and that thing with the bird, Twitter. I don't use Twitter very much all the time anymore. So totally, definitely. This thing is saying that I'm muted. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Yeah, I'm not muted. I don't know why it's saying that. But yeah, so we're here today to experience this. I like to call it the energy of liberation that tends to happen around the Lionsgate portal. Okay. Last year, okay, 12 months ago, when this particular portal happened, I knew that I was going through like some major shifts and I was not ready to, I didn't have the time, the bandwidth, the energy to support doing any workings, doing any readings, doing anything for this particular time period. This year is a completely different story. My life is a completely different life than what it was last year at this time. And I think that has to do with the energy's potency and ability to come through regardless of what your general intentions are. So like I was very aware that this portal was open. I was very aware that things were happening, things were moving, things were shifting. And I did not necessarily put focus into doing workings around Lionsgate specifically, but I did not hide myself from the energy either. And once you are, really involved in doing this kinds of stuff on a regular basis, like all kinds of energy work, reading tarot for yourself, being active in spiritual groups, you will see and understand the way that this energy just has a potency and it kind of just dips into your life regardless because you have made yourself more a part of that flow and that stream, right? Okay, so quick little bit of housekeeping. Of course, on Facebook, this has decided to show to friends only and not be public, so I have to update that. This is interesting because I am being my own admin right now because it's like only me, right? For now, that is where we're at right now, but it won't always be that way. I want to make sure that I tag some peeps. Because I have the Tarology Academy, which is where these kinds of calls are generally housed. We're doing this open for everybody to be able to view it today, just so that we get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be in a space that is open, accepting, and allowing you to be at your best. Okay. So all of that being said, the way that these calls usually work, I usually keep them pretty short. I like to lead with a little bit of education. So we're going to talk about the power of intention setting and a way that you can use the tarot to help you keep focus on the intentions that you are actually working towards for this particular moon cycle. Now, remember when we set intentions, the coolest thing, I love this, because all of the zodiac has polarities to it, okay? Whenever you've got a new moon, you have to wait until, well, you don't have to wait, but the way that the energy works is that the cycle begins with the new moon, but it doesn't really complete all the way out until you are at the new moon that is 6 months later, okay? So it's going to be the Aquarius new moon when the fullness of your intentions will come to pass, right? One of the things that happens a lot for us in the kind of society where we have gotten away from living with, hey Alicia, living with the cycles, right? Is that we see the 28 days, and in our minds, because we are so programmed to get things done, get things fixed, get things finished, get things moving, right? That we end up really not experiencing things the way that they were meant to be experienced. Like, intentions need time to settle in. They need time to sink down into the earth of our subconscious so that they can really grow, okay? So one of the ways that I like to really root in and ground in my intentions, especially when we have powerful things like portals going on, is I like to make sure that the symbology of the energy, the symbolism of the energy that I am working to integrate, to bring to myself, is very, very clear. Oh, thank you, Alicia. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, it's we got to get really super clear, okay? And we get so caught up in chasing the stuff that we forget that it's the feeling of the stuff, the feeling that the stuff gives us. It's not usually the money, it's the stuff that the money can get you. It's not usually, but we get focused on the money because we're like, the money is the medium. But because as a society, and I'm going to go all off into my weird tangent if I don't watch myself, there's all of this toxic energy in the egregore that is money. You got to unearth that and understand that the money is just extra energy, but it is a means to an end, and the end is what you should be focusing on, not the money itself, because the money will come and go, all that kind of stuff. So if you are setting earth-based, earth energy-based goals, okay, so new house, new job, health, anything involving your physical body, that kind of stuff, you're going to want to focus on the feeling that you're going for, not the end goal itself, okay? And then same thing for what I would call water-based intuition type stuff, intentions. So that's going to be more of like stronger relationships. That's going to be connections with people. That's going to be how you are relating from your heart chakra to the world around you. Okay, those are your water-based intentions. Air-based intentions, new ideas, new thoughts, releasing of stress and anxiety. Those are like air-based intentions. And then, communications, getting messages, receiving messages, sending them to people, all that stuff is air-based. And then fire-based is, sex. Sex is a fire-based intention. Anything that involves passion, releasing anger, real deep creativity type stuff, that's going to be your fire. Water can be creativity too, so you might want to use both of those elements. But the point, of course, is to focus on the feeling that you're going for, not the thing, because we get so caught up in focusing on the thing that we forget to let spirit have room to breathe. And if we are so busy messing in the details, okay, it's really difficult for the universe to come in and work its magic. Because we have said, okay, we are super powerful creators, right? And if we spend so much time focusing, and I know it's hard, okay, I am autistic and I have hyper focus is a thing for me. And I know that when I get into that phase, like I have to take a step back. And I believe that my spiritual path has assisted me in coping with my neurodivergency. And sometimes I'll let my neurodivergency win and I will hyper focus on something absolutely ridiculous, like Tudor England, which is one of my favorite hyper focuses, where I research for hours and hours. Something to do with my life, except for the fact that I want to be like a princess, but that's neither here nor there. But all that to say that you don't need to overstress yourself when it comes to these kinds of things, okay? You just have to have an idea of where you're going and why, okay? This portal is super powerful, but missing something today or forgetting about something today doesn't mean that you can't bring that thing into your life. So don't give the portal all the power. You have the power. You're the conduit of the power. You're the way the power shows up. The magic is yours. The magic is you, okay? So now that that is all said, what we're gonna do really quickly, I'm gonna see if anybody else is gonna pop on. It looks like it's a little bit quiet. I don't mind. If anybody's watching and they haven't said anything, that's totally fine. Hi. Yeah, I just want to double check what is the name of the thing, the Discord, to make sure everybody is doing stuff. Okay, nobody's on the Discord right now. Nobody sent any questions. And I don't have any messages. So that means we should be good to go. Okay, so we're going to do something very simple today. I want you guys to go ahead and grab something to write on and something to write with, okay? And if you guys are catching this as a replay, the energy is just as potent. These are the kinds of, hey Maggie, the kinds of workings that honestly, I think humans really like to work with cycles because it helps us to, it's like a nice reminder, but you guys can set intentions whenever you want. Like it's not, you don't have to only set intentions on the new moon, right? There's actually some different methodologies of magical practice that do it reversed. They do their intention setting with the full moon and releasing with the new. Sometimes they do the releasing with the dark, which a lot of people, like it's the period right before the new moon when it's like you look in the sky, pardon me, and the moon's like not there. It's there, but we can't see it. It's not reflecting any light. But in all honesty, the point that I'm trying to make is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. You can choose what works for you, what works, what feels good, what fits into your schedule. Like if you only set intentions once every 3 months, that's fine. Doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It's just a different way to do it, right? So go ahead and grab something to write on, something to write with, and we're going to sit for a few minutes and we are going to, we're going to embody the strength card for a little bit. We're going to write down all of this fabulous stuff about how powerful we are, how things have been going the way that we need them to, how amazing it is that spirit works its way in our lives, okay? You guys can use whatever terminology for spirit, God, the universe, whatever works for you, whatever makes sense. You know, just for a couple minutes, just express gratitude for your own role in making your life happen. All right, so we're going to start that now. I'm going to go off camera for just a second. I made this like really cute graphic. Let me see if I can find it. and then I'll share the screen. So that'll be what we have up while you guys are doing your things. You guys can go ahead. And if you guys have not taken your deep breaths, always, get grounded in your body while we're doing this, because it's very important to engage your whole self. It's really easy to try to do all of this stuff up in your brain, but when you bring it down into your body, it actually does so much better for you. I can hear the music downstairs. I can't tell what they're playing, but it's all oldies and stuff. Okay. So now it is in slideshow mode, but of course, I have to share my screen first, which means I need to go to Zoom. Oh my God. I might have to figure out a way to make this work that doesn't make it so complicated, but it's totally fine. Don't stop live stream. Share screen. I know one participant can share at a time. I share my screen. There we go. If you guys have questions, pop them in the chat, and I will be happy to answer them for you. But we're sitting here in sacred space together. In sacred space together. At this opening of this portal, understanding what is possible for each and every one of us. And I would totally have music playing in the background. But the last time I did that on one of our circles, I tried to post it. I use YouTube to like store all my stuff. And YouTube was like, no, we're gonna mute that section. So that whole, like, there's like a 3-minute section of my thing that like has no music, and it makes me sad. So I will find music for these kinds of things. Either that or I'm gonna have to find a different host for my videos. It's interesting because I'm sharing the screen, which means you guys can see me doing this. Don't watch me do that. All right. So as you have finished reflecting on your own inner power, what I want you guys to do now is call to mind. Workshop hosts are always like, pick 2 or 3 things. I don't want you to pick 2 or 3 things. I want you to call into yourself, into your energy, the one big goal, the one big thing, the one big intention, the one big feeling, energy that you are leaning into right now. What is it that you want to be, do, and have? What are you being called to? What is calling you right now? What are you afraid to answer? Allow yourself to get into that. Feel that little bit of fear, because there's always going to be that little bit of fear, that little, underneath your solar plexus that's like, well, but maybe but you know that, well, but maybe I can't, was preceded by a nice big, we're trying to reach for that expansive moment, reach for that expansion, reach for that uplifting energy. Go ahead and dive yourself right deep into that and imagine what it would be like. Not would, shouldn't have said would. Imagine what it will be like when you step into these things and you allow them into your life. Go ahead and write all that down. Get in the feeling. Get in the feeling. So I'm going to stop screen sharing for just a moment so that I can actually see. I need 2 screens. I've got my big dreams on. So to see if anybody is, ooh, what is happening here? Come on. Oh, right, because it's on the thing. Exit full screen, go away. All right, hey guys. Yeah, Maggie, if you have to jump off, You totally can. That's not a problem. Hey, L'Oreal. Oh, no. Well, okay. L'Oreal says she set intentions and her life turned into a dumpster fire. Okay. Let me just that happens when you set boundaries. That happens when you start to choose yourself. That happens when you are moving into a different space. It has to turn into a dumpster fire. And nobody ever wants it to, right? But in order for things to be created, we've been through this with the whole transformation cycle, the whole fool's journey. The tower is a necessary part. It's necessary. It's the shakeup. Things have to be shaken up so that you can emerge from that with the knowledge that you are capable of surviving, because that depth of transformation is meant to pull you to this next level. But what happens is a lot of times it is super tempting to be in the midst of that crumbling, because you know the devil comes and shows you yourself. And people who like are just like scrolling by this, and I just said the devil comes. The energy of the devil card, people. The energy of the devil card comes and it shows you yourself, and it says, here's the places and the parts of yourself that have been complicit in getting you to where you are. Are you sure you're really ready to let go? Sometimes people turn back then. Sometimes it takes until the tower energy sinks in and they're like, I liked it the way it was better before. And they go back and start all over again. That is a very common thing that happens in any kind of transformation cycle, any kind of manifestation. And that's why we get stuck in these loops and things don't move forward, because we get to the part where stuff falls apart. And it is so scary and it feels so terrible that we're just like, well, you know, never mind. And there's nothing wrong with the never mind. The never mind is fine. But if you want to keep moving forward, you've got to choose into yourself and allow that discomfort and allow that crumbling and await what is coming on the other side. But you have to be the patience. It's that messy middle. You have to be patient. You got to be patient. The patience is the challenge, and the patience is the part that hurts. Because it's not fun to be in that spot. That's why I think a lot of times we tend to want to set intentions on things that feel a little bit lighter, because when you commit to it, it changes your life. And life changing is not always comfortable as the process is happening. But you got to remember, L'Oreal, you got to slide in my inbox and tell me what's going on, girl, so that we can get to the bottom of this and see if we can get you some additional tools to help you through this, you know, because it's probably it is the chaos, and you cannot organize the chaos, and it's driving you crazy. And that, I feel you. I definitely feel you. But it's going to be okay. It's just getting to the other side of the chaos and feeling the feelings while you're there, including the sacred anger and the sacred rage that's going to come through. But yeah, have you guys written down your big feelings, your big intentional, emotional, where we're going energies yet? If you haven't, let's finish that up. And we'll absolutely, revisit that. For extra more support, guys, I have a Discord channel. Okay, it is, or it was, exclusive to the Tarology Academy, but I'm in the process of making new channels. Me rocking back and forth is me moving my legs, because I'm 41 and I can't sit the way that I used to. Yeah, so on Discord, I will drop the link. You guys can join the Discord to get more support on these kinds of things, especially the embodying of the energy, because that is the key here. as we are sitting with our intentions, we're going to revisit our intentions through the next 4 weeks. Okay, as we get to the next new moon. And I think it's nice to look back and say, okay, I kind of felt like I was feeling into this, or maybe I wasn't so much. And the goal of that is never to shame or pressure or make you feel like you're not doing enough, because the doing isn't even the point. It is am I sinking into this flow? Am I allowing myself the joy? Am I expressing what it is that I really want through every aspect of my life? Because I can guarantee that there are parts of your lives where you are hiding what it is that you truly want for yourself, because you feel like you're not ready to express it to everybody. I've got to express to you guys the depth of necessity that embodying your entire truth in all of your life is a requirement for shifting into what you really want to have. Now, that is a challenging thing to do. I will speak to 2 methodologies that have helped me immensely in being able to do that. One is Radical Guide DNA activation. I am a practitioner. I'm an advanced level practitioner. I do activate DNA. But when I had my DNA activated, the choice to not show up as myself was almost taken away from me by the universe. Like the universe was like, there's literally no hiding for you anymore. You have been cleansed, because that's what it does. It really pulls all of the shadowy parts of us that have been placed there in previous lives and through our journeys through the Akashic records and everything, all of the seals and all of the tags and all of the stuff that's there to keep us in one particular place, right? And once those are gone, you can literally just, it changed my freaking life. I would not be here talking to you guys right now if it was not for me having my DNA activated. And the other thing that has been very, very pivotal for me is commitment to myself. I believe that it is so necessary to do at least that one thing, at least commit to yourself. Understand that there is nobody coming to save you. You have to save you. If there is a place that you would like to go, you have to take you there. And that's not saying like it's got to be a struggle bus type deal. It doesn't have to be difficult. It does not have to be well, it's going to be challenging, but it doesn't have to be, oh, woe is me, I have nobody, I have to do this all by myself. What it is that the connections get to be made by you. The introductions to new places, new things, new people get to be made by you. You have that ability to say, I am done living this other way. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I am not doing this anymore. And to start to, because sometimes it takes time, put the boundaries, the choices, the exclusions in place to move yourself into a different realm. Okay. But that all starts with knowing exactly what it is that you want for you, not what you want because somebody told you to, not what you want because you saw it on TV, not what you want because your mom said so, what you really want for your life. So that is like the basis of all of that beautifulness, right? So what we're going to do with our intentions for this next 28-day period, if you're not comfortable going through the whole moon cycle, you can totally do it just for the 2 weeks until the next full moon. Determine which tarot energy fits with that particular vision that you have for yourself, that particular intention. And we're going to use that tarot energy as a focal point for the energy that you're bringing into yourself. It can be really hard sometimes to stay in that embodied place, right? Hey, Sequoia. But in order to move into a new place, you've got to have a thing to focus on. And our brains love patterns and they love repetition. So if you find a card that represents what it is that you're intending to do, what you're intending to bring into your life, what you're intending to embody, and then sit with that 5, 10, 15 minutes a day and feel the feelings of what it would be like to have it. Feel the feelings. And, you know, whatever brings you into that feeling, you could write, you could sing, you could make art, poetry, listen to music, whatever brings you there. There is no one right way to do this because everybody's energy centers are calibrated differently at different times. Sometimes one thing will work for you one day and you have to do something different another day. That's all fine. There's no prescription for this other than to get into the energy and stay in the energy and purposefully bring yourself back to the energy. If you miss a day, that's fine. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just hop back into the ritual, into the routine when you're done. You know, that's all you got to do. Super, super simple, super, super effective. Just falling into that so that you know what's going to help you with that, right? Alicia says, yes, that is my biggest shadow at the moment, the fear to show up as yourself. Girl, you better do it. We want to see you. We want to see you. The crazy thing is that, yeah, people see you for who you are, no matter how hard you try to hide it. That's that's the crazy thing. Well, those of us who can see, okay, and there's a lot of seers in our little group. Hello, hello. So that makes it very challenging sometimes, because you know you can't hide from those of us who can truly see you. You think you're hiding from other people, and they will like describe you in a certain way, but sometimes you've gotten so used to attaching yourself to how you're presenting yourself that you've forgotten what's actually true for you. I'll give you guys a quick example and then we're gonna wrap this up. For years, people used to describe me as having a big personality. I had no idea what they were talking about because in my mind, I was quiet and shy, unassuming, very docile. Now, you guys know I am not quiet, nor am I shy. I'm definitely not docile, but I had created this whole illusion in my mind because I was hiding. I was trying to hide. It wasn't working. People could see me anyway. And it was really weird when I finally admitted that this was me. And I was like, okay, so I can be like this is okay. And everybody's like, yeah, you've been like this the whole time. It's totally fine. We love you like this. But, oh, hush, L'Oreal. Yeah, it's crazy the ease that you move through the world. You think your creativity isn't as good as others, and you constantly, well, that comparison thing, as a creative person, I understand that. I understand that very deeply. But okay, all of this is going to sound really crazy. Sorry, people. This is what I do. I read people and I get access to their energy because they talk to me. I love you all. Alicia, so that very tight, anxious, heavy feeling that you've been having, shoulders, clavicle, chest, mid back, the squishing, that is because you are holding your creativity in and not letting it out. You have to let it out. It's like crushing you. You have to release it. Okay. That energy, it's not that it's not good for you, it's that it is good for you, but in order for you to be able to receive the creativity that you know that you're worthy of in terms of the ideas and the thoughts and the flow, you have to let it out. so that the new stuff can come in, because it's energy just like anything else. Energy does not like to be stagnant. You've got to let it out. You have to let it be seen. You have to allow yourself to be in that flow. And if you don't want to show it to everybody, that's okay. But let somebody look at it. Just one person, somebody you trust. And that will help you to expand more. Because that self-judgment thing, we all do it. I hate self-judgment. I can't stand it. But it happens because there's a part of your brain that's like, you need to be safe. And if you put yourself out there, then those people, they're going to kill you. They're not, but that's what it feels like. It feels like they're going to kill us, but they're not. They're not here to kill us. They're just people. And for the most part, we care more about all that stuff than they do, which is fun, right? Yes. Sequoia says she's been trapping her energy by overanalysis. Yes, be louder. Exactly. Be louder. Be bolder. Put it out there, because what ends up happening is all of these energy centers, all of your chakras, they're going to be like, no, they don't like it when you squash it. They hate it when you squash it. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I hadn't gone live to do readings in a very long time, since they Thanos my other account. And yesterday I finally did. And I had this pain in my shoulder that I didn't know what it was. And it went away after the readings. Like, energy sits in your body. Like, it just does. Nobody knows why. It just does. And it's like, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. You got to let it out. You got to let it flow, let it free, let it fly. Little boy. I'm across from my bathroom and my son is hiding behind the door. I have no idea why. Yeah, it's all craziness, but whew. So we're gonna close this little circle right now. Benjamin, we're gonna close our little circle right now. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys want more of this stuff, please stay tuned. Please go find me on all of my other platforms. We're going to be doing a lot more of this restream Zoom type thing than me being like live directly on Facebook, because I do want to grow my other platforms. I know this, like, you're not allowed to say that out loud, Facebook or whatever, but it's true. But I am at That Tarot Goddess pretty much everywhere, including, I have to write up a blurb so that I can drop it into stuff. That's on my list of things to get done at the end of this week. I need a me, like I have a new day job and I am an executive assistant to a CEO. I need a me to do that for me because it's hard to do both. But we've got all sorts of new stuff coming out. Tarology Academy is still open and available if you guys would love to join and see more of this wonderful work, including all the tips and tricks about ritual and how to incorporate tarology into your life and how to use it to get you to where you would like to be, regardless of where that is. Because you don't have to be like super high, big achiever, millions of dollars kind of person to use this to better your life, your relationships, all of your wonderful stuff. It's all about you becoming the truly liberated being that you were always meant to be, right? So you guys can find me at jasminesanflone.com. You can find me at thattarotgoddess.com. I still have Lionsgate Tarology Temperance readings available for the actual day of Lionsgate 8/8. Okay, I have 4 of those available. I have a couple before that date and a couple after that date. So you guys got to let me know if you're interested. Okay. The temperance readings are my in-person readings combined with energy healing, and you get access to my manifestation altar and my weekly elemental rituals that I will include you guys in for that whole moon cycle after your healing. Just to clarify what it is you're looking for, shift that energy so you can start working for it, and support you as you are moving through that transition. All right, those are $297, and you guys can find them on my website as well. I lied, you can't find them on my website. I didn't link it, but I will drop the link in here. Let me actually do that right now, because / Temperance Lionsgate. I think it's Lionsgate Temperance. No. If that link doesn't work, I'll put the other one up. Nope, it was right. So yeah, so that's what I've got for you guys. As usual, I adore spending time with you guys online. I cannot wait to do more of this. Expect to see more of me. It will be at night because, like I said, I do have a day job and 2 boyfriends and a husband and 3 kids. But things are going swimmingly with that as well. But I love you guys, all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me for this wonderful circle today. Yeah, absolutely, Alicia. Absolutely. Thank you for asking. I believe that that is the right one. Sorry, can't find that person because I put it wrong. Hold on, it's not that one. PayPal.me/Jasmine Sanfilippo, all one word. Maybe I should make one for that tarot goddess. That would make sense. I'll do that. But that should be the right one. Yay, that's me. Okay, cool. I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and I will catch you guys all on the flip side. Stay grounded because this Lionsgate energy can be a little bit it's fire. It's fire. So just know what you want, know where you're going, stay grounded, and I will catch you guys all next time. Bye. I said woo twice. How do I turn this off? Oh, live TV, folks. Oh my gosh. Love you guys. Bye.